Hello traders, John at StockBookie.com. Today we're looking at Nvda, Tesla, and the IBB. We follow the daily, weekly, monthly time frames, and we use technical analysis here at StockBookie.com. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel at StockBookie or follow us on Twitter or StockTwits for our intraday action or scalping action. All right, let's go into Nvidia daily charts. So far, so good. We had some resistance up here, which, gosh, 120 that I ever in a million years. What a run. That's why that's why it's stock of the year. You have to buy it right here now. Hurry up. It's cheap. Not down here, it wasn't cheap. It's cheap up here, guys, at 100. But anyways, nice reversal, engulfing candle. You did fill the gap, came in, stopped, closed above it, came right back in. Let's wait for pattern, but these two bars here are telling me lower prices to come. Let's see if that comes true. If not, then we're waiting for a pattern. Slight retrace, maybe back up here, maybe around the 114, 113 area, maybe 115, the even number there, and then pulls back from there. But let's keep an eye on this. And if the markets do go, this will end up going down. It'll probably go into at least a $100 even number. You have a gap fill down here too, so you could possibly bounce there. So one day at a time with this one, this one's been a beast, guys. You have to admit, and now, with 5 upgrades, stock of the year, it's like the Emmy Awards. It's like if they had an award ceremony, this would be the one. Would be walking up to the stage. Look at me, look at me. I went from 24 to 120 in less than a year. So next year if we come back in, what will be the worst stock of the year? So anyways, though, it's Nvidia, guys, so I wouldn't rule out 190. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. Let's see what happens with the weekly close. Do we close or do we engulf this candle? Maybe we close below 100. Let's keep an eye on pattern, wait for what this thing's going to do. Even on the weekly, it's extended. But if you go to the monthly, that's the Eiffel Tower right there, guys. I mean, I don't know. I've seen stretch charts before. They all come back down, but mama mia. How long do they hold the boat on here to make sure they get every long on board before they slam it? In my opinion, I don't know. It's Nvidia, and people say this is the one. This is just like Apple was the one when it went to 700, then back down to 350. Just like this one was the one, or any of the high flyers. They all came back in eventually if you look at the charts. So Tesla's everything. And we'll look at Tesla too next. So just beware. If you're long, tighten the stop because this one could come down. It might take a couple months, but it could be just a slow bleed. If you're looking for higher prices, needs to break the 120, then I don't know. The sky's the limit, I guess, on this one. I guess if it has good earnings or whatever and goes, great, then you're probably going to 150. And if it has bad earnings, I still, I want to see it get past 120, 125, and then we'll talk about 150. That's just a big even round number that sometimes stock will shoot, but 125 is the big next quarter number for this one here. So again, stretch chart, weekly, daily. We got to see how that sets up on this one. Tesla. All right, let's get right to the daily on Tesla. This one's been a beast lately, let me tell you. But we had a 600, we had the 618, the 750 retrace. I would have loved the 230, even up in this area here. This would have been even better. It could be pulling back already, guys. We might get a nice little V pattern, just a shallow pullback and then the spike up. But, oh, man, these markets are due. So if you're long Tesla, I would start tightening up the stop. If you're looking to short it, I still like it a little bit higher. I don't know. Earnings are coming up. We're gonna have to take a look at all that stuff with some of these trades, and maybe play weekly stuff right now. But yeah, these could be tough right now if they go up or down. With Tesla, who knows? I mean, they could have bad earnings, the thing tanks. They could have good earnings, the thing tanks. It's one of those things. So just be aware. It's Tesla. So. You are back below the 200 MA on the daily, though, so that's a little tiny bit weak. But after a run here, you'd expect a shallow retrace. Maybe you pull back to 200 and then take off. You did fill the gap and stay above that, so you have to be aware. Now, if the markets continue up, this will possibly go higher. You're looking to stay above the 200 MA and then go, move up. On the weekly, you have a little bit of a tail down, right now. But again, it's one day or last week, it's not the best, not the worst. You have to know it's there. Let's see what happens if we retrace back up to it. If we retrace back up to the 223, 225 area, maybe put a short on this one. We'll have to see. I still like the 236. I mean, I love 260. I'm just trying to rule out, does it just stick around here where it'd be ready to, if it does pop up, write some calls and try to catch the premium for a couple weeks into earnings. We'll have to see how this one goes. And then the monthly chart, not telling us too much, a little bit bearish, but just kind of chop up, down, up, down, up, down. Now this is the next leg up into this area after earnings. It could possibly be that. Right now the chart's not really telling us too much. And then the IBB. IBB monthly is pretty ugly, but let's go to the daily first. Daily's pretty ugly too. Not the best, not the worst, just chopping around, but this down and choppy pattern, just up and down, up and down. That's just a big bearish consolidation. It is, you have micro bullish patterns, but honestly, we're back below the MAs. As long as we stay below there, I mean, we're holding on to the 618. I think we're heading for lower prices. But again, markets go higher, this will probably go higher. Markets go lower, this will probably go lower. And it will all kind of bend around the markets up or down. And honestly, if you have a light volume market, at the end of the day, if you have the light volume market, then these stocks could go up or down. You have news out of China or something, or not China with the IBBR, the pharmaceuticals. I was thinking Baidu or Baba. We did that one last video. But yeah, right now it's just weak. Maybe Trump will say something, who knows, and this one goes down. But the IBB, I'm still expecting around 250, 248. You'll probably get a bounce. You do have a gap fill around 251.79. Weekly chart 2, we're back below the MAs. Holding the 618 right here. So right now, looking a little bit weaker, but we are holding the 618 and the 750 is right below here. You have the upsloping trend line too, but that's right around the 250 area. So, all right, guys, let's look at the monthly chart before we wrap this up. Monthly chart, though, ugly. Yeah, the monthly, guys, this bearish consolidation, inside bar, closed below that, and now we have another inside bar. You're above the 50 MA, and my voice is like going out, guys. Sorry about that. I'm going to wrap this up in a second here. But yeah, this is bearish. This is telling me lower prices. It is the monthly chart. Could take a little while to play out, or it could play out possibly next month, but I mean, you're looking at 208.05. You have a gap filled out here around 174. And ultimately, if it really starts to go, I'm still thinking, 150 area. But let's take it one step at a time, see what the other chart's set up to be. All right, guys. Well, hey, thanks again for subscribing to my channel. We're going to do some live stuff or more live stuff this week, hopefully, if I can talk. And watch for my website. I'm going to have a place where you can sign up and do where I could get your email, where I can send you alerts for trades and stuff or trade ideas. Try to get that stuff going too. And because I have a lot of that stuff on Twitter and StockTwits. Follow me there. You could get a couple of my trades as well. All right, guys, I'm done. I'm losing my voice. And hopefully you had a great New Year. Happy New Year 2017. Let's make this a great year. Hopefully you had a great couple of weeks. Spend some time with your family and your friends. And just appreciating what we have and what we're going to do in the next new year to come. So, all right, guys, have a great night. God bless, and we'll see you on the charts.